thank you so much to everybody for being here. Welcome to All Up in Your Small Business, which is a webinar series hosted by the Greenville Eastern North Carolina Alliance. And we really appreciate your attendance. My name is Baylee Fox. I'm the Business Development Manager here at the Greenville ENC Alliance, and I'll be moderating the webinar today for us. If you're not familiar with our organization, I'll provide you with a little bit of background. We're a public-private partnership which is focused on promoting economic development in Greenville-Pitt County through industry recruitment, expansion and retention, development of sites and buildings, marketing and promotion of the community, workforce development, including talent attraction and retention, as well as small business and entrepreneurship efforts, which is why we're all here today. We're excited that we have the ability to host this webinar series on a monthly basis. We have speakers on various topics to help small business owners and entrepreneurs start, maintain, and grow their business here in our local community. Today, we're honored to have Trent McGee from the Greenville-Pitt County Chamber of Commerce for this session. Today, he will discuss how the Chamber serves as a catalyst for small business growth and how businesses can leverage resources made available through the organization to thrive in a competitive market. And just a few housekeeping rules before we dive into today's programming. If you have a question during the presentation, please feel free to drop it in the chat. There'll be time at the end for Q&A at the end, but you're welcome to ask questions as we go throughout the presentation. We'll address them when we get to the Q&A portion. Please stay on mute throughout the presentation, and then the webinar will be recorded. So if you have to leave early, or if you join a little bit late and you miss my first few minutes of talking there, you'll get the video session within a link to the video session within 24 hours of our conclusion today. But without further delay, let me introduce Trent McGee. So Trent McGee is the president and CEO of the Greenville-Pitt County Chamber of Commerce, which is a nonpartisan 501c6 organization, which is committed to maximizing business development and economic growth of the community through advocacy, education, innovation, and collaboration. After serving in various roles for the Chamber since 2010, McGee was named President and CEO of the organization in 2021. In 2024, the Carolinas Association of Chamber of Commerce Executives recognized Trent as the 2024 North Carolina Chamber Executive of the Year. Trent, thank you so much for joining today, and we're really excited to hear your presentation.
Thank you, Baylee. I appreciate the opportunity to be with you, and thank you for hosting this webinar series. And for those who are on the call, I'll do my best to get through these slides and transition in a smooth way. We were having some issues from the presenting part of the PowerPoint from the slide deck. So I'll just transition and click on each one. But Baylee, thank you for the opportunity to speak with you guys. And, we're very fortunate to have such a strong support for small businesses here locally. And the Chamber is proud to be one of several resources that our small business community can tap into for growth and long-term success. So I want to begin with just who we are, and I won't go into great detail. I think most people know what our chamber does, but just in case you don't, as Baylee mentioned some in her introduction, and thank you for that, we are a nonprofit 501c6 that serves to support, engage, and advocate. And you can define the chamber's role in a number of ways, but everything we do and offer comes back to support, engagement, and advocacy for our members, both small and large and medium-sized businesses, and whoever invests with the chamber. That is what we are here to do. And you'll see our mission there, which is to foster growth, prosperity, and economic development within the community through a number of avenues. And I won't touch on everything that we do, but certainly highlight some throughout this presentation. But we do that by providing resources, support, and opportunities for businesses to thrive and contribute to the overall well-being of our community. And we want to help small business leaders grow their company and strengthen our economy. We want to support policies and regulations that benefit small businesses, elevate the voice of small business owners, and highlight the role they play in the economy of Greenville and Pitt County. There are approximately 7,000 chambers across the country, and we all understand the impact small businesses have on our economy locally, statewide, and nationally. And we want to increase your visibility and credibility provide key business resources, and support professional development, amongst many other things. So should a business decide to join our Chamber of Commerce, invest in our chamber, or any chamber, the most important thing you can do is get involved. And we encourage investors to take full advantage of the publicity you receive through your membership and the positive brand recognition that you also receive. So if there's only one thing you take away from this presentation today, I want it to be that you view our chamber as a valuable business tool. And I mentioned that all chambers across the country, understand the impact small businesses have, and we do. Obviously, a critical part to our economic ecosystem. And we, again, want to help those small business leaders grow their companies and strengthen our economy. And we believe that any business of any size should have a fighting chance to prove its value in the market. And we have to be able to convey that understanding back to any small business that is considering making an investment in our mission. And I think to do that, you have to understand what that impact means. And so I put together a few numbers for you guys, and you may know this, but if you don't, small businesses obviously fuel the economy and employ half the American workforce. At 43.5% of America's GDP comes from small business. And the vast majority of our members, 75%, are small businesses. So, there are almost 100% of businesses in the U.S. are small businesses. That's 33.2 million. And here in Pitt County, 3,700 plus small business establishments are here locally, which is about 21.6 per 1,000 residents. So as you can see, small business here is thriving, it's strong, and it's the backbone of our local economy. We also recognize too, there are challenges with small businesses, but and we'll get to some of that. But again, the majority of small businesses operate without employees, 82%, and those small employers who hire staff employ nearly half the American workforce. But going back to the challenges, a December 2024 index from the National Federation of Independent Businesses showed that 35% of small businesses reported job openings they could not fill, and 19% said that labor is among their top concerns. Also, inflation being a top concern. So we recognize their challenges. Access to capital is a challenge, a perpetual challenge for many small businesses. And you can see, 33% of businesses launched last year with less than $5,000, and 58% of those businesses launched with less than $25,000. So there are challenges that small businesses face. We want to be a resource to help with that, as do our other local organizations and partners also want to be a resource to help with that. But among those concerns, inflation, staffing, 66% in that survey ranked tax policies as the most likely to impact their business within a list of anticipated policy priorities of the new administration that just took office here recently. So again, we recognize the success, we celebrate the success, but also realize too, there are challenges that are associated with the growth of small businesses. So businesses in growth mode and larger small businesses primarily rely on, again, going back to access to capital, credit cards, community banks, credit unions to fund their operations. And the largest small businesses rely on national banks for that capital growth. So we want to be able to be a resource, a conduit to help them with that funding if we can be, again, as do our other partners. So how can the chamber help with all of that? Again, we understand what those challenges are. We understand the impact small businesses play. So how can the chamber help, and what resources do we provide to assist with small business growth? And I'll go over a few things here. We do it in a number of ways, but I'll highlight 5 key areas of support that we offer that we think can assist with small business growth. And one being our programs. And a majority of our programs focus on professional development and connecting employees from various business sectors. And we provide such programs as our Leadership Pitt County, which provides hands-on community immersion and direct interaction with our community's current leaders. And a major outcome of this program, which is one of many that we offer, comes in the form of social capital as participants network with people in diverse circles, increasing their capacity to influence change and innovate ways we do business. We have an intern experience program, which offers dynamic supplementary content designed to empower your company's interns with the skills, connections, and insights needed to succeed in today's competitive professional landscape. And all of our programs are designed to engage and help mold professionals and promote Pitt County in a positive light in the effort to retain talent. In 2024, we had 12 different programs that we offered, and a number of them, I think, all have aspects of that program that can relate to and benefit small businesses. Some are more specific to workforce development and things of that nature, but all of them have a professional development component, a networking component, and we think all lend to key partnerships and relationships throughout businesses and employers here in Pitt County. Also, to go along with that, our events that we offer several events throughout the year that provide a platform for small business owners and their employees to connect with other professionals, potential clients, and collaborators. Our events provide access to resources like workshops and seminars, or access to experts, which help small businesses stay informed about industry trends, regulations, and best practices. And we had 43 plus events in 2024. We're very close to that number again here in 2025 as a part of our program of work. But just to give you an example of one that we have, our Power Luncheon series that we host monthly, those are in place to discuss and highlight various topics that focus on education initiatives, legislative policy, and economic development. And this series not only equips small business leaders with information and insight, but it also provides a valuable networking opportunity with other local business leaders. We hosted a quarterly conversation series in 2024 for small business leaders that offered insight on marketing, management, or operational strategies that are especially valuable for small business. And one thing we're going to do here in 2025 is we're going to have a women's leadership summit that we're very proud of and look forward to hosting. And that's going to be coming up in August, so save the date for that. But this will help attendees mold their leadership strengths and better communicate with across generations and cultures to build mutual trust and accountability. So all of our events that we have are collaborative opportunities that foster partnerships and enable businesses to work together on projects, promotions, or shared goals. And again, we have a number of those, and those can be accessed, and you can find out more information online. And I'll get to our contact information at the end, but greenvillenc.org, you can find out what we're going to be doing throughout the year. And so we have a great team here that leads that, led by Aileen Peacock with our events. And we're proud of what our events offer. I think they are valuable for the growth of small businesses. Moving on to that, networking. It sounds simple, but sometimes it's not about obviously what you know, but who you know, and our networking opportunities are one of the biggest benefits when it comes to the value of our chamber. And I think chambers across the country, our networking events can be highly beneficial for small businesses looking to grow. All of our networking events provide small businesses to build connections that matter. And attendees often share leads, and if your business provides solutions to common problems in the community, the chamber members may recommend services to help address those. And the business world thrives on relationships. We all know that, and so connections matter when it comes to securing new clients, collaborating on projects, or even landing a game-changing referral. And there's so many opportunities to gain referrals and to grow your customer base through networking events that we offer. And I personally wish that more of our members took advantage of the networking aspect of those events. And again, we have specific events that are networking related and specific, i.e. our business after hours events that we have on the first Thursday of each month from 5 to 6:30 p.m. And we have a similar event called Coffee and Connections. That's a morning event 6 times a year from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. But all of those events offer the opportunity for members and guests, if you want to come to attend for the first time, the chance to network, meet new people, share ideas. And it's not just about coming to an event and showing up and getting free food and free drinks. It's about really working closely with and getting to know other business leaders here. So we find that the networking aspect of those events to be very valuable for small business growth, for small business owners, managers, and their employees. So that's a huge part of what we do. And then going back to the programs and events that we offer, again, there's a networking component also with those as well. So all of our events kind of overlap with all of these things, and everything I'll mention, you can find some of them in everything that we do. But again, the networking is huge. And for small businesses, chambers are a gateway to creating a strong professional network and attending small business networking events. It can introduce entrepreneurs to potential customers, as I mentioned, collaborators and mentors even that can help their business grow. And statistics show that in-person meetings, which we find this very valuable, can lead to new customers over 40% of the time. So we encourage people to get involved. We encourage our small business leaders to come, to remain engaged, to get involved in what we do. And by leveraging these opportunities, small businesses can turn connections into loyal clients and advocates. And speaking of advocates, advocacy is also a huge part of what we do. And the chamber fights for small business, as do most chambers across the country. And we're fortunate here with our chamber to have a public policy division. And whether it's opposing legislation, that would hurt the bottom line, highlighting, small businesses' impact on the economy, or educating lawmakers about their biggest threats and challenges, the chamber will always stand up for the rights of small businesses. And the chamber steps in by championing policies like tax breaks, simplified regulations, and economic incentives designed to support local entrepreneurs and help sustain a competitive business climate. And just to give you an idea of some of the things that we advocate for, and that we're advocating for this year to help maintain that competitive business climate, you'll see here legislation that will help establish a small business health insurance product in our state, eliminate the regressive state franchise tax that penalizes our state and harms economic development, advancing priorities and legislation that protects and promotes North Carolina's agribusiness, which is huge here, and then also support permitting efficiency reforms that foster economic growth in Pitt County and to help accelerate job creation. So those are among many things that we want to advocate for and will advocate for on the behalf of small businesses. And we have different pillars within our legislative agenda each year that we focus on. But again, for the sake of this presentation and what we're talking about, helping to maintain that competitive business climate here in Greenville and Pitt County is what some of these bullet points here focus on. And it's something that will be a part of our agenda every year. So if you've ever asked, what does a Chamber of Commerce do? Our role in advocacy is one of our most impactful contributions, and the Chamber provides a collective voice that ensures small businesses can thrive in a competitive market. Beyond that, visibility and marketing, again, one that sounds simple, but very beneficial, and visibility is key. And a chamber affiliation, we think, acts as a stamp of approval that drives both perception and action. And statistics show that customers are not only 49% more likely to think favorably of a chamber affiliated business, but also 63% more likely to purchase their goods or services. So we think that, or like to think that, when you invest with the chamber, it's also a good look for your business, and consumers out there look at that too, as being something they want to purchase goods from you for that reason. It's not the only reason, but again, the visibility and marketing that we offer, from referrals that our staff makes, exclusive brand integration with our events, again, affordable opportunities to connect your businesses to customers, clients, vendors, and the community, all to provide increased visibility for your business. And we think being a chamber member certainly enhances a business's reputation, and allows small businesses to distinguish themselves, foster customer loyalty, and make a meaningful contribution to the community, regardless of their focus or size. So, when you do invest with the chamber, you're given access to exclusive, streamlined marketing perks that you really can't find anywhere else. And we're proud of what we do in that area. Lauren Rayner, on our staff, our director of marketing, does a great job with really promoting and highlighting what our members do. And again, and I didn't mention this earlier, we are a membership-based organization, and I wish that we could, provide the same support and be that resource for every single business here in Pitt County. But again, we are membership-based, so we certainly keep our members make our members our top priority. So those are just some of the things that we offer in terms of how we can benefit small businesses. And again, sticking with visibility here too. Again, I mentioned these statistics, but 49% more likely to think favorably of a chamber member business, and 63% of consumers more likely to purchase goods or services from chamber affiliated businesses. So again, programs, events, networking, advocacy, visibility, and marketing, 5 areas of support that our chamber offers, amongst many others that we think can help empower small businesses. And I wanted to share these numbers with you too, to kind of help back up some of what I'm saying to you. there was a public opinion poll that was conducted by the Harris poll, and it was the impact and value of chambers of commerce across the country. And you can see some of these numbers here. We're a trusted organization. 81% of U.S. adults agree that their local chamber is a trusted resource and partner for businesses, and 90% feel like chambers have an impact on the growing local economy. Chamber membership does strengthen a business's reputation. You can see those numbers here. 64% of adults who know what a chamber does, know what that a business is a member of a chamber are more likely to purchase goods and services. And then we serve the community. 76% of U.S. adults agree that local chambers are stewards of a strong local economy. So these are some key findings from that poll that was conducted back in 2024. And to also share some other numbers, or key findings from that poll, around half of U.S. adults, 47%, say that if they knew a local business was a member of a chamber of commerce, it would make them view that business more favorably. I mentioned that prior to, and many more would likely take personal action, again, purchasing goods and services from that business, or recommend that business to someone else if they knew a local business was a member of the Chamber of Commerce. And an interesting number here, they asked, what would motivate or what did motivate a business to join their local chamber, and the top reasons were to grow their business, networking with other business leaders, and attracting customers. And again, going back to those programs, events, advocacy, networking, and visibility, we think all of those areas of support that we provide can also support those three main reasons that were listed right there. But aside from all of that, when businesses join the Chamber of Commerce and ask, how can you help grow my business, or what should I look at or consider when trying to drive growth here? And these are some things that we talk about throughout the year with a number of our members. If we get asked that question, then we also, again, have workshops, seminars, et cetera, that also address these topics. But, when a business invests in the chamber, again, and ask, what would you suggest we focus on to grow our business? Here are some strategies that we recommend. Strengthen your online presence. Obviously having a professional website, is key, I think, to any small business's presence. And that online presence, regardless of industry, can have a massive impact on your success. Take advantage of social media. Social media recommendations, we think, obviously can sell products and services. Social platforms allow you to better understand your customers. And simply by having active social media profiles, you're doing your business a favor and increasing its visibility through search result pages. And then targeted marketing campaigns. I think people don't take, or I should say businesses don't take advantage of this enough, but it's cost effective. It helps create content that speaks to your audience personally and gives your business the ability to stand out from competitors. So those are just three things, as it relates to, having that strong online presence to help drive growth for your small business. Also with that, customer retention. And this, again, sounds simple, but is very, very important, I think, to the growth of small businesses. The idea, again, is simple, but building loyalty with your clients. When you do that, they'll refer you to friends in the future, and keeping your current customers is much cheaper and more profitable than constantly looking for new ones. And loyal customers usually spend more and add more value to your business. And as that relates to us, we encourage our members to do business with other chamber members. Not that there isn't a business out there that can't do the same thing that someone else can, or perhaps maybe even do it better, or have more resources or services. But we always promote our members first and encourage that member-to-member collaboration and relationship. Some other strategies that we like to focus on too is collaborating with other businesses. And strategic collaborations deliver a wide range of powerful outcomes, and they can help drive sustainability, help improve your networking conditions for your employees, and most of all, they can help you grow your business in a variety of ways. And we at the Chamber, we understand we can't do it alone, and we too need the help and resources of a successful partnership with our partners to help businesses take that next step. So it's very important, even if it's a business competitor, to collaborate with them, to work with them, to find out what shared strategies that you guys as business leaders that provide the same services can offer to help grow your business, to help grow your client base, and to help solve problems and provide solutions to things that you guys would face throughout the year. So again, cross-promoting product and services You might not think that's something that would be important to a small business that, if you're looking at two competing insurance companies, if those insurance companies got together to talk about some things they can do to promote their goods and services that could help benefit those who are looking for those specific services related to insurance, could be beneficial to small businesses. This one here is key, and this is one I think about often and try to do here with our staff, to train and empower your team. And again, all of these, I keep saying this, sound simple to do, but they're really, really important, I think, for strategies for growth for small businesses. So investing in employees is very, very important. And continuous professional development can help managers and employees to retain and enhance the knowledge and skills they need to do their jobs better. And there are cost-effective ways to do this, such as free webinars, and which our chamber can provide access to, or just one-on-one counseling. We know that for businesses who might be have more than 5 employees, you may look at this as being a cost prohibitor, but you can do this sometimes at no cost or very little cost. But it's very important because training and development can significantly help to increase employees' confidence within their roles and support their personal growth. So I encourage all small businesses out there that are able to do this to do it. And if you're looking for more ways to do that, please contact us and let us know how we can assist you with that, or give you some ideas and tips as to how you can help train and empower your team. And then to leverage your local resources. Again, as I mentioned, we're not the only shop in town, and there are several organizations that are here to help support small business growth. And all of the organizations listed here that you can see provide valuable resources and guidance to assist and support the small business leaders and their employees. The Alliance and the CRISP Small Business Resource Center at ECU recently co-hosted a free town hall for small businesses in Greenville-Pitt County, which I thought was very beneficial to help launch and sustain small businesses and foster sustainable economic development. So I encourage all of our small businesses to take advantage of the opportunities like this throughout the year. I know that if you're a nonprofit, I know Hartford ENC is going to be hosting an event coming up here later this year, actually in a couple of weeks, about board governance. I mean, there are a number of things that even that may not be directly related to small business, but it may be to your business's board, or if you have employees that want to receive additional professional training, tap into our nonprofits like Hartford ENC to get help with that. But again, all of these organizations are partners of ours that we like to work closely with, that we're thankful to have, and that we can lean on, because again, we know that we can't do it all alone. So we believe overall that a chamber investment, to kind of wrap things up, turns everyday challenges into opportunities, paving the way for growth, connections, and long-term success. And so if there's anything that we can do to assist a small business, to assist with employee training, to assist with professional development, please let us know and contact us. And, I didn't touch on any of this, but how you do that, how you invest, we offer a tiered dues membership base. So we have 6 different levels of membership that we offer to businesses of any size. And we try and tailor those membership benefits and those levels to the specific needs of that business. And we've been very fortunate to have such a strong business community here that supports what we do, and we couldn't do it without them. And so we're thankful for that. But hey, give us a try. If you're not involved and you want to get engaged, you can contact anyone on our team to find out more information about what we do, how we do it, how we can benefit you. But again, too, I mentioned, leverage all of those local resources here locally that can be a benefit to your small business. And if you want to contact us, here's our information here. We're a phone call away. Stop by and see us anytime. Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 5, and then Friday from 8 to 3. You can see our social media platforms here, which again, I mentioned the power of social media and how important that is. Follow us on those platforms to find out what's going on, to stay connected, and to stay engaged. Baylee and Julia, that concludes my presentation. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you so much, Trent. Let's go ahead and get started with some Q&A. If you have any questions for Trent, please feel free to drop them in the chat and I'll moderate. And then feel free to unmute if you have additional context. Excuse me, when I'm reading your question. But as we're waiting for questions, I did want to go ahead and share that our next All Up in Your Small Business webinar is scheduled for February 24th, excuse me, at 11:30 a.m. with Josh Lewis. Josh Lewis, as the president and CEO of the Greenville ENC Alliance, which is my organization, Josh will present an economic overview for Greenville-Pitt County and provide insight on data impacting small businesses in the area. As the population grows and new businesses locate in our community, this really presents an opportunity for small businesses to thrive here. And I will go ahead and add the link to register for that webinar into the chat as well. Thank you, Julia. And we'll give just another minute here. Additionally, Trent, when we send out our follow-up email, we'll include your contact information as well. So if people have follow-up questions, they don't want to ask them on Zoom, that's okay. We'll send your contact info out as well. And then for those watching the recording that want to reach out in the future too.
Sounds great. Thank you, Baylee.
So Julia also just added, just to add in the chat where our YouTube playlist is. So if you have or have not attended one of our past webinars and you would like to go back and rewatch or watch older webinars that we've recorded, our YouTube playlist is in the chat as well. And I'll include that on the follow-up email that goes out today with this recording and as well as Trent's contact information, just so everybody knows where that document or that playlist of our past recordings lives. I think you blew everybody away. No questions. Perfect presentation. I think that's what they would say.
Hardly. I really appreciate the opportunity to join you guys. And I just want to say thank you to everyone on the call, because I think all small businesses, Baylee and Julie, you guys know this as well as anyone, impact us in so many ways. So I just want to thank those small business leaders for what they do on a daily basis. You guys are truly impactful and are the backbone of our local economy.
And I did just get a question in the chat from Whitney. She says, what are the membership tiers for the chamber, including prices?
Yeah, so thanks for asking, and you can access all that information via greenvillenc.org. But I thank you for the question, Whitney. So we have 6 different levels, and it starts with our partner level, which is $375 a year. It's an annual investment. And then we have a builder level, which is $675 a year. We have a leader level, which is $2,500 a year. I'm sorry, $2,100. And then we have an executive level, which is $2,500. President's Club level, which is $5,000, and our Chairman's Cabinet, which is $10,000. So again, we have a number of different levels, but we, again, if a potential investor or member reaches out to us and is considering a membership, we just don't want a check from you. We want to take the time to get to know what your business is, what services and products you provide, and then hopefully tailor a membership level to meet your business's needs. That's most important for us. And I say this all the time. It's not a good fit for every single business, and we recognize that. If you're a business that might be 3 or 4 employees and you just don't have time to be engaged and involved, it might not be the best fit for you, and that's okay. Doesn't mean we can't still help you and assist you and offer support for you, but we understand that a chamber investment is not for everyone, but for those who are considering and might want to consider that, we think we can help, and those levels again, we've kind of gone more a la carte, if you will, over the past year in terms of the benefits and things that we offer. But there's a little bit of everything in each level for every business of every size. So happy to answer any more questions about that, Whitney. If you want to reach out to me anytime, feel free.
Thank you, Trent. And we only have a few minutes left. So before we go, I just wanted to thank you again, Trent, for sharing your time and expertise with our group today. And thank you to everyone who attended. As Trent said, small businesses are the backbone to our community and every community. So we really appreciate you and your time for being here. And we hope that you have several takeaways from today's webinar that will help you grow your business here in Greenville-Pitt County. And just a reminder, if you joined late or would like to rewatch the content, this recording will go out later this afternoon, along with a link to register for February's All Up in Your Small Business as part of this series. So we appreciate every single one of you for joining us today and hope to see you next month. Thank you, Trent.
Thanks, guys.